What's up, everybody? We are back, starting with our third place match in the Diamond Heroes 1 tournament. This is it. I am waiting on a ready from one more player, and then we are ready to go. So, due to time constraints, because we are about half an hour behind already to start this third player match, this is going to be a best of 3, not a best of 5. It could have been a best of 5 if we had a little bit more time, but with that epic series between Evariel and Toon Dragon, we just had to see the third place match go to a best of 3. So that's no problem at all, though. These players are going to put on a hell of a show. So here's what we did to be fair. Well, let me get into the game, and then I'll tell you about what our process was. All right. Coming off of an incredible 3-game series against a Terran opponent, in the pink, from the United States, it is Evariel. And on the bottom right of Port Alexander, LE, representing Hungary, in the blue from Clan Heroes, it is Fari. Evariel, what are you doing? Oh, this is going to be sweet. So, quite quickly, let me explain what we did for map choices. Since it wasn't a best of 5 series, for map choices, what I just had each player do was veto one map, and then we randomly chose a starting map. Losing player will, of course, choose the next map, and the next map is not allowed to be Port Alexander or either of the vetoes. The vetoes, I believe, were Automaton and New Repugnancy. Alright, Probe gonna get in here. Gonna see there's no expansion. Gonna see there's a really early spawning pool, and is gonna start to be very worried. Drops a second gateway, and a cybernetics core to finish off that wall with a little opening there. And a second pylon just to be safe. We see 2 Zerglings already on the way out for Evariel. Zergling speed already started. She's removed all but one drone from gas now that she's got Zergling speed started. This game is not going to go long. Hey, Obnoxious Knockout in the chat. What is up? Glad you could catch the stream finally. This is the day 2 of a phenomenal tournament. So I'm glad you could join me all the way from Kansas. Zergling is going to pick out that probe. A couple of Zerglings already across the map. But with a shield battery on the make and a Zealot holding fast here, I think that Fari should be in pretty good shape here, actually. Fari does have one gas taken, a little oversaturated on the main. Couple Zerglings along the way. Evariel expanding behind this, so it's not a complete all-in, but making nothing but Zerglings completely stop droning. And let's see, here we go. The natural nexus has been dropped here for Fari, who's got to feel very confident about his hold here. He's got this Zealot on a hold position, and is starting a Stargate behind this. Fari just executing the build, despite a little bit of early pressure here from Evariel. Now, we don't see a Baneling Nest. We don't see a third expansion here. It looks like Evariel trying to go very aggressive early in the game, but it looks like it might not just pay off here. Let's see, this is still a whole heck of a lot of Lings, and with only 2 Adepts and 1 Zealot and Warp Gate research just getting started, I'm not sure exactly how easy it's going to be for Fari to hold this, but Evariel not willing to commit just yet. We do see the first drone being remade again, but Stargate tech has now finished for Fari, and I've got to imagine we're going to see an Oracle pop out of there real fast. Of course, the Overlord from Evariel is going to spot that Stargate as it was built in a very obvious position down here on the low ground, and there it is. The first Oracle pops out. Let's see if Evariel is ready for it on the other side of the map. The Zerglings bumping up against that wall. I like that Evariel is keeping these Zerglings very, very busy. She's making sure that they're not just going back home, sitting back and pouting. Evariel has started 2 Spore Crawlers and a third base as well. The third base just about to finish up here as the Oracle from her opponent Fari is getting chronoed out and a second Oracle already queued up behind it. Let's see if Fari waits for both Oracles to come out or if he sends one across the map to make some work happen already. Wow, Fari, charging up that pulsar beam and going to attack a couple of Zerglings. Okay. 6 drones now on the make, as well as Lair for Evariel. Looks like she's given up on this early game aggression. And wow, 3 Adepts coming across the map now. For Fari, these Zerglings are in a bad position all the way across the map, so these shaded Adepts could actually get quite a bit of damage done. 3 Adepts will take out a Queen, and there's no extra Zerglings here to support, and no Zerglings being made. The Zerglings moving across the map in the wrong direction as the Oracles come through too. It looks like Fari may have a chance at doing some really, really good harass here. The Shade is going to finish up into the natural here, and the drones are going to have to be pulled immediately. Fari has these 3 Adepts on hold position, needs to take down that Queen, not the Spore Crawler, but the Oracles going into the main base as well. 2 Oracles able to finish off that Queen, and now it is open season, just as Evariel's Evariel's lair finishes up. The Zerglings have arrived, now going to be able to clean up, going to be able to clean up these 2 Adepts, finally. There's 3 Adepts, but 10 kills between the Oracles and the Adepts. That is some fantastic early game pressure, so I think that Fari has got to be feeling good about where he is this game. Look at that income spikes. It's absolutely disgusting. The Protoss wildly in the lead due to a more macroeconomic opening and then a successful harass at about the 5.5 minute mark. Fari sitting back, adding on a Robo Bay, pumping out some Mortals, and going to start to power up to a couple more gateways on 2 bases. Phoenix out now for Fari, pushing away the Overlord. I like to see that. Very useful against a Zerg player. Cleans up Overlords all over the map. Oracle's coming back in here, going to fight down another Queen, it looks like. Oh man, 1 Oracle is going to go down, but the 2nd Oracle still alive. 2 more drone kills. Not exactly what Fari was hoping for there. A little bit better defense. He left those Oracles on top of that Spore Crawler for just a little while too long. Got knocked down quite a bit. Third base down for Fari. Fari continuing to pound out Colossi here. First one on the way now after the Immortal. We should see Extended Thermal Lance being researched here quite shortly from the Robo facility, or the Robo Bay rather. Hopefully he does not forget about it. Oracle from the Protoss player still sharking around in the back here. But as far as tech for the Zerg player, we do see muscular augments for the Hydrals coming out, and +1/+1 as well. This is missile attacks though, so we will see probably Hydra and I don't see a Roach Warren anywhere, so it should just be Hydralist play. Maybe Hydra Ling Bane, but no Banelings just yet. Extended Thermal Lance has finished, and I've got to say, if you're going Hydra Ling against Extended Thermal Lance Colossi, you are in a lot of trouble. Twilight Council also finishing up here for Storms. Or just starting here, rather, for Storms. This is going to be really nice here. A Zergling run by, though, just as that 3rd finishes up. A little bit of damage could be done here. Looks like the Zergling's going straight for the 3rd base, but Fari is going to go ahead and show those Colossus in order to protect his 3rd base. So his opponent now knows what she is up against. Evariel has seen the Colossi, has seen all those Zealots. No charge for the Zealots just yet, by the way. Twilight Council about to finish up in Fari's base, and the single Forge finishing also. So we'll see, I imagine, +1 popping out of that Forge quite soon, and the Twilight Council has got to start researching Blink, and then Templar Archives for Storm, possibly after that. Spire on the way now, and a Roach Warren in response to the Colossi. The Phoenix from Fari still doing a great job cleaning out Overlords all over the map. We see that Evariel still just only on 3 bases, so the Protoss is meeting her, matching her base for base, and as I say, of course, she drops down that 4th base. There we do see that Templar Archives for the incoming Storm. We see a Zealot Charge getting chroned out from the Twilight Council. I really like that play. And Extended Thermal Lance just about to finish up there as a 2nd Colossus pops out. Or is it a 3rd Colossus? It's a 3rd Colossus. Look at all those space giraffes. Wonderful work. Hydralisk range, Grooved Spine's about to finish, and the Spire just about to pop in Evariel's base also. So tech choices for the Zerg player are opening quite wide, but so are tech choices for the Protoss player. I'm going to wait and watch the Spire finish just because I really like the animation of the Spire finishing. Just watching it go. Yeah, gorgeous. All right, Storm on the way for the Protoss player. +1 still getting double chrono on that +1. Wow, really wants to get that +1 out quite quickly. Zealot Charge finishing, triple chrono on that +1. That is impressive. 3 more gates getting added on as the Protoss player finds himself with a lot of extra minerals now from this 3rd base. And I haven't seen any more attempts from the Zerg to attack after that initial harassment. So it looks like Evariel needs to do something to change the flow of the game, and she's going to go with Mutalisks again. Now that Oracle did just give its life for a nice revelation, but this whole Mutalisk flock is out. Luckily, some of them are revelated, so Fari is going to know exactly where they are. They're going to pick off that Phoenix there for early scouting. But back home, Evariel, you can see Fari, pardon me, warping in a couple more Stalkers, trying to respond to these Mutalisks, but that is a lot of Mutalisks. Oh, man. The Mutalisk is immediately going to work on this Protoss army, fighting underneath some Photon Cannons and a couple Stalkers as well, but some nice, a little bit of micro there from Evariel, pulling out Mutalisks one at a time. There's a massive warping of Stalkers, though, and the Mutalisks need to get the heck out of there. They are doing a little bit of work there, but finally getting chased away by a number of Stalkers. Let's take a look at the unit's loss tab here. Wow, that's a lot of losses there. 3 Templars lost, as well as 3 Stalkers. I did not see those those Templar go down, rather. So possibly a much better attack than I thought there initially from Evariel, who is now mustering her forces and going to try and attack down into this 4th base, almost certainly going to force a cancel from Fari. Fari's probe's going to mine one last mineral, and they're going to die doing what they loved, running away from Mutalisks. Fari's army is going to get pulled... Never mind. Yeah, there we go. Fari's army is going to get pulled across the map, but there we go. Forces the cancel and actually gets a kill on that pylon, which is very nice. And this is exactly what Evariel needs to do when you're from a behind position. Pop in, kill a base, and then get the heck out. Don't stick and engage. You know your opponent's got a better economy than you. It's a fool's errand. Luckily, this 4th Colossus is finishing up, but unfortunately, Colossus against a lot of Mutalisk is not going to be a great deal here. I need to see... There it is. Some Archons getting warped in. Let's start over. Some Archons getting mixed into this army from Fari. Here we go. Another attack from Evariel. Looks like she wants to hit onto this 3rd base now. Hydralisks getting shredded by this Protoss army, though with nothing in front of them to defend. Those Hydralisks are going to go down quite quickly. There we go. So Evariel has realized her mistake. We see 13 roaches now on the way. That's going to provide a little bit more bulk for this army to protect these Hydralisks against the very, very dangerous Archons and Colossi that we see into the army. Ground weapons level 2 is the only tech that we see additionally on the way, as well as that 4th base, which is finally trying to get up from our Protoss player. Little Zealot run by here is actually going to miss this entire Zerg army and going to go unmolested into this 4th base. Of course, there's nothing at this 4th base location, so bad luck for Fari there, but he is going to be... Okay, there we go. A couple roaches going to close in. That attack has been seen, and so a couple kills there for the Zealots, but nothing significant, and unfortunately no surprise attack there that Fari was hoping for. Fari's last Nexus just finishing up, though, so Fari on 4 bases as well as his opponent, so both players even on bases. We can see the economy for both players roughly even, but largely in favor of Fari for the last couple minutes. So as soon as that 4th base gets saturated, I imagine we will see Fari taking the lead again. Evariel setting up for an attack, sending the mutas into the main base. There is nothing in the main base. Oh my god, possibly could force a recall or something into the main base of a lot of Stalkers, but she's also got this massive force of roaches and Hydras outside the 3rd. Let's see what these Mutalisks can get done. 1 Photon Cannon is going to go down, and the mutas are going to go straight into the mineral line. 5 probes have gone down. The entire Protoss army funneling its way back to the main base, but these Mutalisks could be picking off some crazy tech. Instead, they seem to be going for pylons and photon cannons. A little bit of miscontrol. The Mutalisks flying over a very small amount of Stalkers here, but here we go. It looks like Fari setting up for the pin, sending a couple units out here. Unfortunately, no units that can shoot upward, and the Mutalisks attacking into the only units that can shoot upward. Mutalisks doing some good work here. Oh, come on, turn tail, do something. Do something, Mutalisk. The Mutalisk just going to escape with their life. Evariel failing to capitalize on what could have been an amazing pick-off. Oh, man, she could have shut down 4 of these gateways. She could have gotten a Robo Bay, picked off the Robo Facility. A lot of options here. Are these Archons stuck? No, they're fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Evariel setting up above the 4th base here to try and go for another little fight. A little flank of roaches here is going to catch the entire Protoss army moving out, and Evariel forced to collapse her army back as the Protoss army continues to move forward. Charge Zealots not giving up, and we're going to see another big engagement here. Zerg on the low ground, but these extended lasers from the Protoss player. The Archons get in front, and the Charge Lots doing great damage to the front. One huge storm goes down, forcing the Zerg army back down off the ramp. The Protoss holding the high ground, and so many Zerg forces getting absolutely roasted here. The Mutalisk going to try to fly in, but Stalker's able to pick down those Mutalisks. The Mutalisks blocked down to absolutely nothing. Evariel trying to remake 22 roaches back home, but there's nothing on the field, and the Protoss army has survived. All 4 Colossi are still alive. 3 Immortals mixed in as well, and now we can see more and more gateway units getting hooked in. The attack is, the counter attack has been roaches. 26 or 30 of them to be exact, but they're flooding out one at a time, and the Protoss army is already on top of Evariel's 4th base. The roaches coming off of creep to try and attack, but she's unable to muster a significant significant number of forces as the Protoss army descends onto her third base. The Colossi and Immortals now getting a good position here behind this third base, destroying the drone line. Oh my god, so many drones getting just taken down. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Drones going down, the third base decimated, a lot of roaches waiting on the high ground to collapse on this force, but it's simply not enough. 20 roaches does not a Zerg army make, and this Protoss army continues to be real scary. Now, a couple roaches in the back distracting the fire for just a minute, but the roaches lining up as though they're drones lining up for Hellions, and Evariel is going to GG out, and Fari is going to take game number 1. Wow, what a match. Let's put 2 minutes back on the clock, fellas. We are going to get Evariel and Fari back in here for game number 2. Sit tight. Beep, 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 beep. You hear it, I hear it. The call to battle. Game number 2 of our third place match between Fari and Evariel is now loading up. So since Evariel lost in game number 1, she has the map choice for game number 2. And I know some of you are going to be very, very excited about the map that Evariel has chosen, because it is none other than King's Cove, LE. In the top left-hand corner of King's Cove, representing the United States and fighting for her life to earn third place in this tournament. In the pink, playing Zerg, it is Evariel. And her opponent, in the bottom left, carrying the Hungarian flag to victory, in the blue, playing Protoss, it is Fari. Do you see it? Do you see it? Does it attack your eyes as it attacks mine? Come, cast your visage upon the destruction that is to be wrought. Yep, it's happening. Fari is getting bamboozled. He's getting heckin' bamboozled, friends. Evariel dropping a hatch on the third of... Oh my god. Oh my god. Fari. Oh no. An immediate scout by Fari, and Evariel has got to be in a ton of frustration right now. Oh no. So does this hatch finish? And how does Fari respond to it? Immediately another pylon going down. We see no natural expansion going down, like I think Fari was probably there's no way he drops his natural, right? Not with the hatchery coming down. Oh, Evariel, you sweet summer child. Oh man, double Zealot already. Robo facility behind this. I think Robo is the right call here. You're going to see Spine Crawlers. Oh, or we might even see Roaches. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, what's Evariel going to go here for? I thought it was going to be like a Spine Crawler rush, but maybe it'll be a little bit of both. She's making drones from this? This is the most badass MF build. This is a drone coming out here, not a roach. Oh, jeez. Guys, I know if you hate King's Cove, don't worry. It's going to be a real short game. Okay, so there's one Zealot who is going to confirm that this hatchery has finished up. There's only one queen there, and he's going to see the drones and go, are you kidding me? The confidence here. Okay, the drone for a Spine Crawler. That makes much more sense, and now we see individual roaches coming out. The queen doing a really good job of kiting back here against this Zealot, but the Zealot also getting some good shots in. Unfortunately, Evariel not kiting as well as she might have hoped. Ringing around the rosy here, pockets full of posies, but unfortunately, ashes, and as the second Zealot comes in, I think we're all going to fall down. Oh no, wait. Roaches. Saving the day. One Zealot falls. Second Zealot falls as well. Spine Crawler is up. And Evariel has held this position. Now, it looks like another Roach rush. First Immortal is getting chronoed out here. A little over halfway done. Shield battery at the main. 2 Roaches have arrived, but the Immortal is about 10 seconds away. About 4 seconds away. 2, 1. Immortal pops out, and I think this is just a hold, right? There's no way that Roaches can break 1 Immortal with a shield battery behind it, much less 2 Immortals. Who's sacrificing another Zealot there, unfortunately. But there we go. Fari is going to move this Immortal back. It's going to take a hold position here and start raining shots down on these Roaches. But with a shield battery there to defend it, Fari is going to feel comfortable enough to drop a natural expansion. And it looks like, is this just another build order win for Fari? Evariel going with some very, very dangerous early play, both games in a row, and unfortunately, the cheese has not reached her cracker quite the way you hoped it might. She has dropped this cheese on the floor, and the cat is now licking at it, I think. 2 Immortals going to move out, as well as a Stalker here. Going to see that Spine Crawler. But more Roaches and Ravagers coming out. Evariel absolutely densely committed to this attack. One more drone for, I imagine, another Spine Crawler. But the queen is not yet. Okay, there it is. The first creep tumor is down, so the creep is going to begun to be spread just a little bit. But the natural for Fari is about to finish, and we see, oh no, supply block. That's unfortunate. Okay, so some nice bios. They're going to take out one of the Stalkers, and we're going to see this Roach Ravager army getting a little bit better here. Natural expansion has gone down for Evariel. Drones transferring back home. Looks like this is just going to be a contain. But here we go, the Spine Crawler edging forward. A couple of bios going down. Evariel needs to get out of there. Fari needs to get out of there. Fari does get out of there. And of course, the double shield battery now at the main. Going to keep these Immortals absolutely safe. I think Fari needs to move forward and really make this attack happen. Here we go. Roaches on top of the Immortals. Immortals moving into the shield battery range. The Immortals staying alive here still. But the bios going down. Oh man, a lot of bios connecting with that Immortal. The Immortal going down a little bit. The first shield battery getting taken out as well. But this attacking force from Evariel has been significantly depleted here. Stalker in the front. Oh no. Nice bios there, taking out a Stalker in the back. The 3 Immortals are out of range now. Ooh, bad micro there from Fari. Fari going to try and focus down the Spine Crawler. Is going to get the Spine Crawler. Moving out of those bio range, and both Immortals are ready to go. The shield has been popped on both Immortals, so the shield battery is going to have to rejuvenate the shield on both those Immortals. Fari, rejuvenate, buddy. All that's left now are 3 Ravagers and a Dream. Back home, Evariel morphing in her lair tech. No Ling speed, no Roach speed. Just a couple more biles, desperate for a connection. The Ravagers forced to evacuate, and the base about to go down. I hope these Stalkers realize they can get free Overlord kills if they don't focus down this base. But they're going to continue to focus down the base anyway. So Evariel's early game push has been roundly defeated, and Fari, again, has got to be feeling very good about his position in this game. In fact, he is feeling so good about his position in this game, he is microing toward his opponent's base. Overlords, again, getting picked off. Evariel going to get very, very heavily supply blocked here with the loss of 2 Overlords and a natural. 50 over 44 supply. No more Overlord. Okay, 2 more Overlords in the make, but she can't add anything onto her army yet, and the units tab looking very sad. 3 Ravagers and 2 Queens to defend against 3 Immortals and 3 Stalkers. Could this be the push of death? We see Metabolic Boost finally finishing. Evariel desperately trying to get a Spire up in time, but I think The Overlords are going to finish in time. She may be able to begin making some other units. 18 Zerglings immediately come out. I think that's the best response she could have hoped for, but Fari, dropping a third base, needs to clean up some of this creep and is immediately now moving in to the Zerg Natural. Man, I don't know. Stalker's getting on top of some of these Ravagers. Okay, the Bile's missing, actually. Taking out his own creep tumor. That's a shame. One Ravager going down, and a nice position here on the ramp for Evariel. The Immortal's going to do a lot of work here. The Ravager's unable to send some Biles down. Forced a recall, though, from Fari, and it looks like Evariel has defended just for now. Ooh, man, this game, I tell you what. Okay, there's still an Overlord chilling out here for Evariel. A couple Stalkers would do well to take it out, forcing her to build more Overlords. We see her dropping double Evolution Chamber back home, and a third base finishing up for Evariel. So Evariel not completely all in, but still in a pretty rough position this game as we look at the income tab, again spiking madly in Fari's favor. And Fari, that's before his third base has even finished up. Fari going to move across the map here with charge lots and 3 Immortals. Now, Evariel thinks she's very safe with 2 Ravagers and 8 Zerglings, but Fari is keeping the pressure on and going straight back to the natural. Oh man, once you can disrupt the Zerg player and get in between their natural and their third base, you are in good shape. And here we go, look at this, charge lots at the bottom of the ramp, more charge lots coming. Immortals have reached the thing as well. 10 Mutalisks on the way. Could this be the saving grace for Evariel? None of these units shoot up. Templar Archives on the way. 11 Mutalisks about to pop out. Biles coming down. Charge lots getting caught by the Biles, but the Ravagers have been surrounded, and here we go. The Mutalisks are out, so the Immortals need to focus down the buildings immediately so they can get the most damage done before they get taken out. Unfortunately, Charge lots chasing after drones. Immortals getting microed away here. There is, of course, no recall available, I don't think. These Immortals, what are they doing? Oh no, Fari's going to lose all 3 of his Immortals. The Charge lots, however, into the main, distracting one of the Mutalisks, but taking out even more drones. 11 drones, 13 drones, 15 drones, 17 drones, 18 drones, 19 drones, make it around 20. There it is, 20 drones going down. So at the cost of 3 Immortals, I'm not sure if that was worth it, but at the same time, good play there by Evariel, who finally did get a Mutalisk flock up. Now back home, we see Stalkers coming in. We see a lot of Photon Cannons coming in as well. Cannons getting dropped in all the mineral lines as this Mutalisk flock immediately makes its way across the map. What a scrappy game, friends, I tell you what. 1 shield battery is up. The first Photon Cannon has finished up. The shield battery, they're going to protect a lot of these Stalkers, but a lot of Mutalisk attack here coming in. 1 Stalker does go down at the cost of 2 Mutalisks here. 2 shield batteries in place now to protect these Stalkers, and the Mutalisks are taking a fight here that I'm really not sure they should be. That Immortal needs to get the heck out of there. More Stalkers getting warped in here for Evariel, for Fari rather, but the shield batteries are now out of energy, and the Mutalisks are going to town. More Stalkers getting warped in. The Photon Cannons doing work also. These Mutalisks overstaying their welcome, down to just, looks like 7 Mutalisks in the flock, killed off about 7 Stalkers as well. I'm not sure that was worth it. Fari needs to send one of those observers across the map. What is Fari's response going to be? We see +1 coming down. Mutalisks waiting in the middle of the map. Flyer attack level 1 coming up against Archons. Ooh, Archons are going to be a really good answer to Mutalisks. Evariel building onto her Mutalisk flock. She currently has 7 Mutalisks on the map. She'll be up to 10 here once she finishes. A couple more Zerglings, and she's dropped a 4th base as well. Looks like the Protoss finally cleaning up this creep here. Needs to take out that Overlord for free, would be really nice. There we go. We see a couple Stalkers dispatched. The Mutaflock moving back into the natural here, but I'm sure they're going to run into a... Oh my god, they're not. There's nothing here. Forcing an immediate evacuation of the natural. The observers are like, hey, we can help, right? No. No, you can't. Not at all. Ooh, taking out one of his own gateways so his army can get back here. The Archons trying to get back. Templar with no Storm yet. Storm hasn't even been started for these Templar. Templar gets picked off, and the Archons unable to get underneath this Mutalisk flock. So really, a nice little play there from Evariel. She didn't take out as many probes as she would have liked, but she did disrupt mining time for quite some time and caused a little bit of confusion. So, Fari is probably going to be okay for now, and Evariel's 4th base is probably going to finish up. 1-1 finally on the way for Evariel. No +1 armor yet on the way for Fari, who should needs to oh, he's only got 2 drones or 2 probes in his gas. That's a little mistake, but that's all right. No big deal. This is Diamond League after all. Zealot move out, going to get taken out by a massive flock of mutas here. We're up to 14 mutas, it looks like. 15 mutas, rather. Wow. The Muta's going to go back over to the main base, where there's, again, not a whole lot here to defend. A couple of photon cannons, but the Muta flock is significantly larger than you might expect, and I think Evariel doing a pretty good job keeping her opponent on her toes. Evariel starting a 5th base as well. So it looks like the income tab may begin to swing, yeah, more wildly in favor here of the Zerg player. Evariel here going to try and take out a photon cannon, but that is going to be a long walk for a short drink of water. 2 photon cannons get taken out, but the Mute flock, oh wow, remains alive. Clearing out this 3rd base. Could Evariel pull this game back from the brink? Small forces Zealots here are going to get picked off by a couple Mutas that are still at home. 5 more Mutalisks on the way. Wow, I need to see more Archons here out of Fari, but he's simply not going for it. 7 probes have gone down. The charge lot's going to get immediately surrounded and taken out here. Run by going to get absolutely nothing done there. The Mutalisks have been recalled back home. More Zealots trying to come in at the 3rd here, but not a whole lot going on. More Archons getting warped in for Fari, which is exactly what he needs. But it's looking a little bit scary now for our Protoss player who started the game on the front foot. 5 photon cannons going down as Hive Tech finishes on the other side of the map for Fari. Or for Evariel, rather. Pardon me. Evariel's +1/+1 about to finish, and Greater Spire is going to be the immediate response. 26 Zerglings morphing in to join this incredibly huge Mutaflock. I don't believe it. What is this, Muta Broodlord build? Stargate finally coming out here for Fari, but it's only 2. And it looks like he might need a couple more than that to defend against this. He's already going to be significantly behind as the Greater Spire is about 1/3 of the way done. God, look at that Mutalisk flock. That's disgusting. How many Mutalisks are there? 26 Mutalisks? Hokey smokes, they can take out anything they want, including this entire probe line. Oh, jeez, and the photon cannons. Just take out the pylon, mate. Whatever. Oh, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. Looks like Fari is just going to go for the base trade here. 10 Corruptors on the way. Greater Spire not yet finished. This could get interesting very fast. Mutalisks clearing out the natural. They've got to wonder where the opponent is, and there it is. At the 4th base, Fari clearing everything out as quickly as he can. 23 probes are down. 5 drones are down. This is a complete and total base trade. I'm going to zoom out so we can get a better idea of what's on the map as far as buildings go. Fari moving into the 3rd base of his opponent here, taking out a lot of drones as they go bye-bye. Getting onto that drone line with the Archons, very nicely done. 19 drones down. The Mutas sticking around, not picking off more probes, though. Evariel needs to take better control. There we go. Better control of the Mutas as they move in, forcing an evacuation here of Fari's 4th base. Fari taking out the 3rd base of Evariel, and this is an absolute slugfest. All the probes getting transferred across. The Mutalisk flock now splitting up. The Mutalisk going to try and pick off this probe conga line as they're coming across the map, and it looks like they will get a lot of kills there as the other Mutalisks are stuck back home, taking out photon cannons one by one. Evariel not focusing down super well. This scary Protoss army, though, still looks really good. Finishes off the 5th base of Evariel, and Evariel is forced to bring these Mutalisks back home. Nope, never mind. She's not doing that. All the production and technology buildings for Fari still in pretty good shape, so it looks like Fari, unbelievably, may be able to pull his way out of this with a very dangerous-looking Archon army getting right underneath these Broodlords. There were 5 Broodlords, but the Archons right underneath them, I think, might be able to... Oh, man. There's so many Mutalisks here taking out the Archons, though. The Archon number dropping quite quickly, and there it is. The Archon number dropping down to 0, and I think Evariel has held on, but at what cost? I don't know who is winning this game. A lot of charge lots taking out a lot of drones, and it looks like the natural is going to go down for Evariel at... Oh no, not focusing down very well. The charge lots aren't going to be able to take out that natural. The natural does survive. Evariel on 2 base, Fari on 2 base, 21 drones to 14 probes. This is crazy. Broodlord Corruptor muted now, moving across the map. This is a very powerful force. The first 2 Void Rays are up, but Fari GG's out, and Evariel is going to take game number 2. Hokey smokes, that is incredible, friends. All right. So what's supposed to happen is that I really should start the grand finals now. It's 10-11. We're 11 minutes behind. God, I want to bring you the 3rd match of this best of 3, but the finals are best of 5, and we are already behind schedule. Let me talk to my admin team and see what we're going to do about bringing you guys either the best of 5 finals, which is now 11 minutes late, or finishing off this 3rd place match. I will be right back with you guys. Give me a couple minutes. Hey guys, really quickly, my admin team is currently arguing about whether or not we're going to watch the third game in this third place series, or if we're going to watch the finals. So I am watching them argue it out right now, and I'm not sure which game I'm going to bring you, so I'm going to put 2 more minutes back on the clock, and we're going to see what they decide. Do we want to see the third game in this third place series between these two incredibly well-matched players and put the whole tournament behind, or go on to the grand finals? I'll come back to you with a decision, hopefully soon. The great P.T. Barnum once said, "Give the people what they want." And that is exactly what we're doing. I am proud to bring you Game 3 of the third place match for Diamond Heroes 1. Get on screen. There it is, folks. So, at the risk of putting this entire tournament half an hour behind schedule, we can make up for it later. Don't worry about it. We are going to bring you game number 3 between these two incredible Diamond League players to see who walks away with the glory of third place and who walks away with the slightly less shiny glory of fourth place. On the far left-hand side of Automaton LE, representing the United States and the Zerg, it is Evariel. Her opponent, carrying the flag for Hungary, playing in the blue, and fighting for ire, it is Fari. So in games 1 and 2, Evariel had gone for pretty aggressive early cheese plays. Game 1, of course, we saw that Ling aggression trying to break down that wall with no Banelings. Didn't really work out quite the way she had hoped, I think. And in game number 2, we saw her very, very crazy expansion at the third of your opponent. Spine Crawler, Roach, Ravager, push. But this game looks to be finally a little more standard from Evariel. Alright, guys. As this third rubber match heats up, I am really, really pleased to be able to finally announce the final prize pools for both of these tournaments. We have been collecting money on our Matcherino page due to hundreds of donations of 50 cents or less by people entering the Matcherino codes, people retweeting things, people doing some follow stuff for us. There is free money at Matcherino. If you would like to add the prize pool, type in !Matcherino, and you can still do one or two little quests to increase the prize pool. But the final number is this: $100. The full prize pool for Diamond Heroes 1, the inaugural tournament for this server, is $100. That means that Evariel and Fari are both going to walk away with $12.50, which is nothing to sneeze at for a diamond level tournament. Our second place silver medalist is going to walk away with $25, and the champion and true diamond hero until the next tournament is going to come away with $50 in their pocket. Any additional money that the Matcherino raises over and above $100 is going to go toward Platinum and Diamond Heroes 2, the next series of tournaments that we're going to do at a time TBD. So folks, if you haven't opened your hearts or your wallets yet, now is the time. I will say there's also a Patreon that we're thinking about establishing, or that we have established rather, to help these tournaments grow and live over time. So there will be information about the Patreon, definitely in the Discord, as well as probably spammed in the chat at some point, I'm sure. But if you're looking for ways, if you're enjoying this tournament and you're looking for ways to support the tournament itself, and not me, the tournament itself, you can do that. And holy crap, if you're looking for gateways, Fari has them. Which is good, because there are 9 roaches on the way. That's a lot of roaches. Oh man, 10 roaches on the way. Uh-oh. Third base is down for Evariel. Zealot Charge is just finishing up, and holy what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gateways? 10, you have got to be joking me. 11 gateways on 2 bases? Charge lot all in. It's happening. He wants that cheddar. Warp Prism is set up. Zealot Charge is finished. He started another gateway. You're a madman. 13 gates? What on earth? Is he even mining gas anymore? Nope, he's pulled all his workers out of gas. It's happening, baby. Warp Prism has not yet been spotted. No upgrades for the roaches. More roaches coming out, though, and here we go. First Warping of Zealots. Oh my god, the Overlord barely missing the Warping of Zealots. Oh my god, doesn't see it. Couple Zealots at the front door here, but the charge lots are in. Now, there's not enough charge lots here quite yet. These roaches are going to make short work of them, but they have picked off 1 queen, which is going to be less larva later in the game. The roaches waddling out now, but the Warp Prism is reestablished and is warping in. Oh, I like this. It's a slow drip charge lot attack. Warping in 3, 4 Zealots here at a time, picking off a couple roaches here and there. Get him! Oh, nice. Roach and Zealot killed at the same time. Here's the big warp into the main, though. Spreading the army of Evariel very thin all over the map, keeping her guessing where it's going to be. These charge lots do get into the mineral line here, and they're going to spread out and get quite a few drone kills. Look at that. 6. Oh, no. A little bit of lack of control here as the next wave of Zealots comes in. Fari GG's out because it's not going to work. And that's it, baby. Woo! We have our winner. Evariel takes 3rd place. Congratulations to Evariel.